The village of Mabaya was small and peaceful. It nestled in the heart of Africa. The villagers were kind and hardworking. They lived in harmony with nature. At the center of the village stood a magnificent baobab tree. It was ancient and massive. Its trunk was wider than any hut. Its branches reached towards the sky like giant arms. Legends said the baobab was magical. It was said to grant a wish to anyone who could climb to its highest branch during a full moon. Many had tried, all had failed. Over time, the villagers dismissed the legend as a mere tale. They forgot the magic that resided in their midst. The baobab stood as a silent guardian. It watched over generations of Mabaya's people. The tree held the memories of their laughter and their tears. The wind whispered secrets through its leaves, but only those who listened closely could hear. Kato was a young boy who lived in Mabaya. He was known for his curiosity and his love for the baobab tree. Every day, Kato would sit at the foot of the giant tree. He would listen to the wind rustle its leaves. He would imagine climbing to the very top. Unlike the others, Kato never doubted the legend of the baobab. He believed in its magic. He dreamed of the day he would climb to its highest branch. He would wish for something special. He would wish for something that would bring joy to his village. Kato's grandmother often told him stories about the baobab. She said it was a tree of hope. It was a symbol of strength, and it would reward those who were pure of heart. Kato held on to his grandmother's words. He knew that his wish had to be special. It had to be something that would honor the spirit of the baobab. One night, a full moon bathed Mabaya in its silvery light. The baobab seemed to shimmer and glow. Kato knew this was his chance. He had waited for this moment. He was determined to reach the top. Kato took a deep breath and began to climb. The bark was rough against his hands. The branches swayed gently in the night breeze. Kato climbed higher and higher. He could see the entire village below. The villagers saw Kato climbing. They shook their heads and called out to him. "Come down, Kato," they said. "The legend is just a story." But Kato didn't listen. He continued to climb. He was determined to reach the top. Section 4. The Chameleon's Challenge. As Kato climbed higher, he encountered a small, brightly colored chameleon. It perched on a branch, blocking his path. The chameleon spoke, its voice surprisingly deep. "Why do you seek the baobab's gift, little one?" it asked. Kato was taken aback. He had never spoken to an animal before. "I climb for my village," he said. "I want to make a wish that will bring them happiness." The chameleon nodded slowly. "A noble goal," it said. "But the baobab's magic comes at a price. You must solve my riddle to continue your climb." Kato listened intently as the chameleon spoke. "I am always changing, yet always the same. I blend in, but stand out." "What am I?" Kato thought for a moment, then he smiled. "You are a chameleon," he exclaimed. The chameleon chuckled. "You are wise beyond your years, little one," it said. "You may pass." The chameleon stepped aside. Kato continued his climb. He finally reached the highest branch. The view from the top was breathtaking. Kato closed his eyes and made his wish. He wished for the village of Mabaya to be blessed with happiness and prosperity. He wished for his people to live in harmony with each other and with nature. As Kato made his wish, the baobab tree began to shimmer. Its leaves rustled even though there was no wind. And then something magical happened. The baobab tree, which had never bloomed before, burst into 1,000 brilliant, fragrant flowers. The villagers gasped when they saw the baobab bloom. They had never witnessed such a sight. The air was filled with the sweet scent of the flowers. It was a night that would be forever etched in their memories. From that day on, the village of Mabaya prospered. The crops flourished and the people were happy. Kato became known as the boy who climbed the baobab. He would often sit under the tree and tell stories to the children. Kato's stories were filled with the magic and wonder of the baobab. He reminded the villagers of the importance of kindness, courage, and believing in the impossible. And so Kato, the boy who climbed the baobab, became the storyteller of Mabaya. keeping the legend alive for generations to come.